Good morning, guys. It is Meg from Meg Rogers Nutrition Coaching coming at you live. It has been a couple weeks and I will probably still cough some. My lungs have not healed from whatever that sickness was that we had over a month ago. So I've been going live in my private group and talking with my ladies, but I've been coughing a lot and I just haven't done it here. So all right, I want to talk about nutrition, as I know that this is something that we are all being mentally tested on right now. And I can tell you that even I am being tested. And many times, emotions are wanting to rule me as well. And I get it. States are shutting down left and right, the panic of what we're going to do, what we're going to have access to. And then for those that do not have essential jobs, like my husband, he's one of those people that does not have an essential job. And that reality, excuse me, that reality can be really scary, and we just want to comfort eat. So let's actually talk about tracking. And if you're catching this live, hit your favorite emoji, say hi, let me know you're here. If you're catching the replay, drop #replay, because this is definitely a really important one if you do have goals that you are trying to achieve. It is April, summer is coming. So what do you want to achieve? So are you afraid more than ever that while being home, you are going to gain the quarantine 15, or is it quarantine 20? I don't even know what it is right now, but are you just, you're wanting to eat all day because you are feeling bored or stressed, your kids are home and stuff. And a lot of it, I'm a homeschooling mom, so I'm used to the chaos of having my kids coming at me 24/7 and stuff. But for those of you that your kids went to school and now you're supposed to be this teacher, you guys, please, seriously, don't stress about that. I know it seems crazy, but what you were going through if you had your kids in school and now they're home with you, that's not homeschooling. That's crisis schooling. That's a totally separate, different thing. So I understand how stressful it is, because it was rough the first year that we did it too. But let's get back on point. So let's break it down. What scares you more? Being stuck home or not getting to where you really want to be? You have to make a decision right now, and it's going to be an emotionally hard one. It's so easy for us to hide behind the reasons of, before it was like, oh, I'm on the go with my kids, I'm so busy with schooling, I'm so busy with work, and blah blah blah. We always had so many reasons. Well, guess what? Now people still have the same reasons. Well, I'm wiped out from my kids being home all day and they're bouncing off the walls and I'm just too stressed to do anything, and I'm so not motivated right now. And I'm just, I'm sucked into the news and all this other horrible stuff. And, and it's just not the right time because life is just too stressful. You guys, it's not. There's no such thing as the right time. Now is the best time. Tracking is just so important right now. Sorry. Actually writing it down so that you can see where you might be overeating one thing and undereating in another, and it's truly that simple. When you want to reach goals, you have to know where you're at to be able to achieve what you want. There's so many apps out there, but I'm an old school girl. I actually like to write it down. I literally write everything down that I'm going to be eating, and I keep it simple. I'm literally I have it written down into macro ranges of what I'm going to be eating, what I'm going to be doing. And I like to actually be able to see it so that I can track. Sorry, like I said, this cough is not going away and it's been a month. And this is not to be like, oh my gosh, wow, you really sucked yesterday. No, that's not what this is for. This is to collect data. You have to treat you have to treat your goals like a science experiment. You are the scientist. You have to collect the data to see where you're actually doing great and where you're stumbling so that you can actually correct it. Another thing right now is I would actually encourage weighing yourself. I know I used to be somebody that used to obsess about the scale, and I know a lot of people do obsess about the scale. But the scale is not to tell you oh my gosh, you're overweight, or the scale is just to collect data. That's all it is. You're tracking your food to collect data. You're using the scale to collect data. That's it. It is just data. Your scale is your checkbook. Are you going to keep spending money and just spending and hoping that, your bank account doesn't run dry? No. You're going to balance your checkbook to ensure that your bank account isn't running dry and you're not overspending. And next thing you know, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting declined everywhere I go. No, you're going to make sure that everything is lining up the way that it should be. Same goes with the scale. If the scale goes up, you look back, you grab out your little list and like, oh, okay, I see what I did yesterday. I was short here, I was over here. Well, that's why the scale's so high today. Or, you know, whatever visual that you need to do is important. So keep in mind, like if you're short of water, that can actually cause the body to retain fluids. So do actually track your fluids too. Like yes, you can add in fitness, which is clinically proven to help combat stress, like clinically proven to help with stress. Like it is actually proven to be more effective than antidepressants. But you will not see changes physically, which is why people quit, until you actually learn proper nutrition for you. And proper nutrition, you can go to Pinterest, you can go to Google, you can go to YouTube, you can go to wherever. You can get a million diets, a million plans, a million things. But if you don't learn what your body needs and you don't learn how to actually pair that nutrition plan to what the goals you were working towards, it's useless. You're not going to get the goals that you truly want, and you're never going to see those results. And that is why people quit every single day. Hey, Betsy. I apologize. I am so starting to lose my voice. It has been a month that we've had that sickness, or over a month, but it just went to my lungs and totally like trashed them. So track it all. Did you eat the crust off your kids' sandwich? I don't know about you, but I used to love to eat the kids' grilled cheese crust, and now I have to actually like hurry up and throw it away because I can't have it or I'm going to explode from the gluten. Write it down. Yesterday I had a Reese's peanut butter cup. I actually had 3 Reese's peanut butter cups yesterday. I actually had alcohol because I can't have the cake that Gabby had because it was gluten. So I made myself a rum drink, and I enjoyed it. I wrote down, okay, I had 3 Reese's peanut butter cups. I had a drink. Did you eat something higher in sodium? Did you have alcohol? Well, guess what? Understand your body is going to retain, but what you gain overnight, you can also be lost in overnight or a few days. Just get in that extra fluid to flush it out. When tracking, this is what part is so crucial. How much are you eating? Okay, this is where people get off all the time. When somebody tells me, well, yesterday I ate grapes, I ate a turkey sandwich, and I had chips for lunch and stuff. Well, great. Like, that's called maintenance mode. Like, that's not tracking for weight loss or preventing you from gain. Like, okay, you wrote down what you ate, but that's not enough. Like, how many grapes did you eat? Did you eat 1? Did you eat a fistful? Did you eat half a cup? Did you eat a cup, 2 cups? Like, how much? How much meat? How much lunch meat did you eat? How many slices? What type of bread was it? What was the calorie intake for that bread per slice? Did you have 1 serving? Did you have 2 servings? Did you have, 3 servings? A lot of people don't realize that 2 pieces of bread is actually 2 servings of carbs. And when you overeat on the carbs, guess what? That's too much sugar for your body to process. And so what it does is it uses what it absolutely needs and stores the rest as fat. So you might be like, well, I'm eating clean and I'm eating whole wheat bread and sandwiches for lunch every day, but you might not realize you're actually overeating in the amount of carbs at your lunchtime, and then you're having your carbs throughout the day, and you're having your carbs, for dinner, and you might be adding more fat to your body and you don't even know it. This is what I teach you. So all of that stuff is so crucial. And if you're only tracking up here, guess what? I do the same thing. I'm like, oh, I know what I need and I know what I've had today. But guess what? Once I actually start to write it down on paper, last week was a really bad week for me. I've been super intentional, super intentional in actually tracking my macros. Look at this. Oh, I was totally like failing. Like, I was off on my fruits. I was off on my protein. Like, I was off, which means my body is not going to properly work. So I'm going to end up storing a little bit extra fat, which means this week and next week I really need to be dialing it back in so that I can make sure that my body is burning in the way that it actually needs to. If you're wanting to lose or even just maintain weight right now during this time, you have to track. Did you have a few bites of the kids' scraps? Write it down. Did you pick up food? Did you pick at the food while you're cooking? I don't know about you, but I like to snack when I'm cooking and stuff. Write it down. You were collecting data to help you better learn where the trouble spots are to help you improve and reach your goals. As a nutritionist, sorry, I keep it simple for you. giving you the baby steps that'll give you the keys and the life-changing steps to getting where you actually truly want to be. Having that accountability from others is the key to success, and why so many of my clients are still having success even through this trial of being laid off or working in healthcare and stressed to the max of having to, they love their job, they're taking care of people, but then they're coming home, and are they going to bring the corona home to their family? Like, there's so much stress going on even with my clients. So if you have questions, please comment below. Right now, that though this is a challenging time, your health does not have to be one of them. And you know what? Your immune system is dependent on the foods that you are feeding it. And I can tell you, when I go into a grocery store right now, all of the things that really people should not be eating are the things that are sold out, and things like produce and fruits are just stacked, so people are like, oh, I don't want to get the corona, but they're not giving themselves a fighting chance. Our health, we have so many cases because people don't have good immune systems right now because they don't know proper health. Eating healthy and eating it for the health of your body, two separate things. And I teach you how to eat healthy for your body so you can fight this stuff off. But if you want personalized nutrition help, reach out to me. It doesn't have to be complicated, and that's what I teach you. I teach you how to do this in an easy way. One of my girls, she just lost 15 pounds and she's like barely a month in. She's doing amazing. So if you're wanting that nutritionalized or personalized nutrition, reach out to me. New group is about to start, and we are going to keep crushing goals. And they have that daily support despite all the stress happening around them. And if you're wanting free workouts, drop your email below, because I do actually have a few that I can send you so you can get a feel for what best works for you. But all right, guys, control the controllable. If that's you, I look forward to hearing from you. But all right, get out there and make it awesome.